Let's go ahead and set up Postgres database for Hive Metastore. We can set up Postgres database using Docker, which was set up earlier on this Ubuntu 18.04 based server. Make sure you have Docker first, and then you should be able to take care of setting up Postgres using Docker. As part of that Postgres database, we will not only have Hive Metastore, we will be having other databases that are relevant for our single node cluster in future. For now, we'll get started with a database for Hive Metastore. That being said, when it comes to Hive, you can actually set up Hive Metastore with a single session database, which comes with Hive itself by default. However, it have limitations and might get easily corrupted. We don't want to use that single session based database, which is nothing but Derby for Hive Metastore. Instead, we want to set up using Postgres. Once we set up Postgres database, we can configure Hive Metastore using the Postgres database. Make sure the user using which we have logged in is a member of Docker group. If the user is just added, make sure to restart the session. In this case, let me check whether the user ITversity is part of Docker group or not. For that, I can say ID ITversity and hit enter. You can see that this user is not part of Docker group. To add this user to Docker group, I should be able to run this command. Then I have to exit, log in again. Make sure you exit and log in again. If you don't, it will not work. Now if I say ID ITversity, you can see that this user is part of Docker group as well. As this user is part of Docker group, he should be able to run Docker commands like this. The command we ran is nothing but docker ps-a. A stands for all. It will list all the Docker containers that are created so far. Both these containers are down now. If you look at these containers, there is one container of type Postgres with the name ITV_PG. This is primarily for us to practice Postgres if you follow the content. It is not the container which we will be using for utilities such as Hive as part of our single node cluster. Let's create another container using Postgres image, but the name of the container will be different. You can actually create the container using this command. Docker create blah blah blah. The image name is Postgres. Let me copy this. If you do not have Postgres image already, you can actually say docker pull Postgres like this, or even if you don't run this command, it will automatically pull the Postgres image if the image is not available. Now if I paste this command here, it will take care of creating the container by name cluster util_db. It is of type Postgres image. I'm binding 5432 port to 6432 on this machine so that we can access the database using 6432 port. The reason why I'm pointing to 6432 is because we already have the container. It might be already pointing to 5432. The password with respect to Postgres super user is nothing but ITversity. We have specified using -e Postgres password like this. Now the container is created. We should be able to start the container by saying docker start cluster util_db. Let's copy this and then paste it. Once you start the container, to see if the container is up and running, you can actually say docker logs -f cluster util_db. You can see that database system is ready to accept connections. It is accepting connections on port number 5432 within the container. We have forwarded to 6432 on the host, and hence we should be able to use 6432 to access the database which is running as part of the container from the external sources. It can be the host itself. When I say host, it is nothing but Ubuntu 18.04 machine which we have present from GCP. Let me hit Ctrl+C here. Now I can actually go here and validate whether we are able to connect to Postgres database or not using this docker command. In this case, we are connecting to the database from within the container, and you can see that I'm in. I can say /q. To validate whether we are able to listen to this database using 6432, we can actually say telnet localhost 6432. You can see that we are able to listen to the database port 5432 via 6432 from the VM on which the container is running. To come out of this, we have to say control and then closing square bracket, hit enter. Now you have to say quit to come out of this. Now the next step is to create the database by name Metastore and then an user by name Hive. Also, we need to grant all the permissions on this Metastore DB to this user. So we can run these three commands. Once we get into the Postgres, you can actually go back here, connect to the Postgres using this command, and then we should be able to paste these three commands. This will take care of creating the Metastore database. This will take care of creating user Hive with the password ITversity. This will take care of granting all the permissions on Metastore database to user Hive. Now let's say /q and come out of this. Now we have set up the database. to validate that we can connect to the database using the host and port number, we can install Postgres client. This will take care of installing Postgres client on this host. In this case, we are installing this on Ubuntu machine, not in the container. Make sure you are outside the container and then run this command. It will take care of installing Postgres client for you. Once the Postgres client is installed, you should be able to use this command to actually connect from the host. Let me copy this and then let me paste it. You can see that I'm saying psql -h localhost -p 6432 -p for port -d metastore. I'm directly connecting to the metastore DB using Hive user. When I say capital W, it will take care of prompting for the password. Now I can enter the password. It is nothing but ITversity and hit enter. Now I am in the database directly. This is how you should be able to connect to the database from the Ubuntu based machine. The reason why we have to use this to validate is because Hive is running on the host, database is running on the container. We have to use this information to establish connectivity between Hive as a service to the database that is running as part of this container. For that reason, this validation is very, very important. If you wanted to list the tables in this database, you can say /d. As of now, we haven't created any tables. That's why it didn't return anything. We can come out of this by saying /q. Now we are outside the database. So we have successfully validated that we can connect to the database using Postgres client that is installed on the host. Now let's go back to the material. Next step is to actually set these environment variables as part of .profile so that we can run the scripts or commands that are available under /opt/hive from anywhere. We just have to copy these two commands. Once these are copied, we should be able to say va.profile, go till the end of the profile, paste these two commands, come out of it, then exit, log in once again. Then you can say env and hit enter. You should be able to see the additional environment variables which are created. They are nothing but hive_home, and also path is updated with opt have been as well. This is how you should be able to take care of setting up the database and also setting up a couple of environment variables that are relevant for us. Now, as we are done with setting up the database, now it is time for us to configure Hive to use the database and then validate whether the Hive is working as expected or not.